Must have killed one of these elks. No point letting its hide go to waste. Got a pretty little spring here up in the mountain top. Whew, that is quite a drop. Let's not go down that way. Whoa, 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 hunters. Calm down there.
Victory or Sovngarde! Don't hide from me.
Are you in a fight?
Phew.
Oof. I think they were just a pair of crazies. I don't think I'm gonna spend that much time with them right now. Oh, what's this little cave? Where's this go? We're gonna check this out, Brownie. This looks interesting. Underground cavern. Oh. Well, oh yeah, I suddenly remembered what it is. It's troll fat. Oh, this is a real problem. Nowhere to run, too. How do we handle this thing? Well, we gotta get it on fire first. Of course, we gotta shoot straight before we can do that. Yep, you're just as willing to jump in the water as we are. And actually, we need a bit of a charge in this bow before it's gonna set you on fire, too. Oh, this is rough. Alright, so let's get one of our recently acquired soul gems out. Or no, that's not actually the way we would do it. We'd go and we'd look at our thing and we'd tell it to charge it. Yeah, alright, now it's charged up. That's got you burning. Oh, hi there. Don't mind us. Ah, crap. Man, this thing is fast. Alright, if there's a time for that damn staff, I would say it's now. So, step 1, paralyze the damn thing. Step 2, set it on fire. Step 3, beat the hell out of it. Alright, and I suppose we'll do that with our axe. Die, you damn thing! Yeah! Gotcha! Oh, what a mess. A deer it was eating. What is this? Bow of the Hunt. What a book. Vernaccus and Bourlor. Story about archery by Tavi Dromio. Hallgerd walked into the king's ham that Loridas evening, his face clouded with sadness. While he ordered a mug of grief, his mates Garaz and Xiomara joined him with moderately sincere concern. "What's wrong with you, Hulgard?" asks Xiomara. "You're later than usual, and there's a certain air of tragedy you've dragged in with you. Have you lost money, or nearest and dearest?" "I haven't lost any money," Hulgard grimaced. "I just received word from my nephew that my cousin Aliak has died. Perfectly natural, he says, just old age. Aliak was 10 years younger than me." "Oh, that's terrible. And it goes to show that it's important to savor all of life's possibilities, because you never know when your time is coming," said Garaz, who had been sitting at the same stool as the Smoky Corner Club for the last several hours. He was not one cursed with self-awareness. "Life's short, all right," agreed Xiomara, "but if you'll pardon a sentimental thought, few of us are aware of the influence we'll have after our deaths. Perhaps there's comfort there. For example, have I told you the story about Vernaccus and Bourlor?" "I don't believe so," said Hulgard. "Vernaccus was a Daedra," said Xiomara, throwing a few dribbles on Flynn and the hearth to cast the proper mood. "And though our tale took place many, many years ago, it would be fair to say that Vernaccus still is one. For what after all time is the immortal Daedra?" "Actually," Garaz interrupted, "I understand the notion of immortality. I'm trying to offer our friend an inspirational tale in his hour of need," Xiomara growled. "I don't have all bloody night to tell it, if you don't mind." "You wouldn't have heard of Vernaccus," said Xiomara, abandoning the theme of immortality for the time being, "for even at the height of his power and fame he was considered feeble by the admittedly high standards of the day. Of course, this lack of respect infuriated him, and his reaction was typical of lesser Daedra. He went on a murderous rampage. Soon word spread through all the villages in the Colovian West of the unholy terror. Whole families had been butchered, castles destroyed, orchards and fields torched and cursed so nothing would ever grow there again. To make things even worse for the villagers, Vernaccus began getting visitations from an old rival of his from Oblivion. She was a Daedra seducer named Horavatha. She delighted in taunting him to see how angry she could make him become. "You flooded a village, and that's supposed to be impressive," she would sneer. "Try collapsing a continent, and maybe you'll get a little attention." Vernaccus could become pretty angry. He didn't come very close to collapsing the continent of Tamriel, but it wasn't for lack of trying. A hero was needed to face the mad Daedra, and fortunately one was available. His name was Bourlor, and it was said that he had been blessed by the goddess Kinnereth. That was the only explanation for his inhuman accuracy with his bow and arrow, for he never missed a target. As a child he had driven his marksmanship tutors wild with frustration. They would tell him how to plant his feet, how to knock a bolt, the proper grip for the cord, the best method of release. He ignored all the rules, and somehow every time the arrow would catch a breath of wind and sail directly to his target. It did not matter if the cord was moving or still, at very close range or miles away. Whatever he wanted to strike with his arrow would be struck. Bourlor answered the call when one of the village mayors begged him for help. Unfortunately, he was not as great a horseman as he was an archer. As he rode through the forest toward the mayor's town, a place called Evansicon, Vernaccus was already murdering everyone there. Horavatha watched and stifled back a yawn. "Murdering a small town mayor isn't going to put you in famous company, you know. What you need is a great champion to defeat. Someone like Visgramor, or Pelinal Whitestake, or—" She stared at the figure emerging from the forest. "That fellow." "Who's he?" growled Vernaccus between bites of the mayor's quivering body. "The greatest archer in Tamriel. He's never missed." Bourlor had his bow strung and was pointing it at the Daedra. For a moment Vernaccus felt like laughing. The fellow was not even aiming straight, but he had a well-honed sense of self-preservation. There was something about the man's look of confidence that convinced the Daedra that Horavatha wasn't lying. As the bolt left the bow, Vernaccus vanished in a sheet of flame. The arrow impaled the tree. Bourlor stood and stared. He had missed a target. In Oblivion, Vernaccus raged. Fleeing before a mortal man like that, not even the basest scamp would have been so craven, for he had exposed himself for the weak, cowardly creature as he was. As he considered what steps to take to salvage the situation, he found himself face to knee with the most fearsome of the Daedra princes, Molag Bal. "I never thought anything much of you, Vernaccus," the giant boomed, "but you have more than proven your worth. You have shown the creatures of Mundus that the Daedra are more powerful than the blessings of the gods." The other denizens of Oblivion quickly agreed, as they always did, with the view of Molag Bal. The Daedra are, after all, always very sensitive about their various defeats at the hands of mortal champions. Vernaccus was proclaimed the elusive beast, the unpursuable one, he who cannot be touched, the bane of Kinnereth. Shrines devoted to him began to be built in remote corners of Morrowind and Skyrim. Bourlor, meanwhile, now found flawed, was never again called to rescue a village. He was so heartbroken over his failure to strike his target that he became a hermit, and never restrung his bow again. Some months later, he died, unmourned and unremembered. "Is this really the tale you thought would cheer me?" asked Holgerd incredulously. "I've heard the King of Worms tell more inspirational stories." "Wait," smiled Ziamara, "I'm not finished yet." For a year's time, Vernaccus was content to watch his legend grow and his fledgling worship spread from his home in oblivion. He was, in addition to being cowardly and inclined towards murderous rages, also a very lazy creature. His worshippers told tales of their master avoiding the bolts of 1,000 archers, of moving through oceans without getting wet, and other feats of avoidance that he would rather not have to demonstrate in person. The real story of his ignominious retreat from Bourlor was thankfully forgotten. The bad news, when it came, was delivered to him with some relish by Horavatha. He had delighted in her jealousy at his growing reputation, so it was with a cruel smile she told him, "Your shrines are being assaulted." "Who dares?" he roared. "Everyone who passes them in the wilderness feels the need to throw a stone," Horavatha purred. "You can hardly blame them. After all, they represent he who cannot be touched. How could anyone be expected to resist such a target?" Vernaccus peered through the veil into the world of Mundus and saw that it was true. One of his shrines in Colovian West Country was surrounded by a large platoon of mercenary soldiers, who delighted in pelting it with rocks. His worshippers huddled inside, praying for a miracle. In an instant he appeared before the mercenaries, and his rage was terrifying to behold. They fled into the woods before he even had a chance to murder one of them. His worshippers threw open the wooden door to the shrine and dropped to their knees in joy and fear. His anger melted. Then a stone struck him. Then another. He turned to face his assailants, but the air was suddenly filled with rocks. Vernaccus could not see them, but he heard mercenaries in the woods laugh. "It's not even trying to move out of the way." "It's impossible not to hit him," guffawed another. With a roar of humiliation, the Daedra bounded into the shrine, chased by the onslaught. One of the stones knocked the door closed behind him, striking him in the back. His face broke, anger and embarrassment disappearing, replaced by pain. He turned, shaking, to his worshippers who huddled in the shadows of the shrine, their faith shattered. "Where did you get the wood to build this shrine?" Vernaccus groaned. "Mostly from a copse of trees near the village of Evansicon," his high priest shrugs. Vernaccus nodded. He dropped forward, revealing the deep wound in his back. A rusted arrowhead buried in a whorl in the wood of the door had jolted loose, and the assault had impaled him. The Daedra vanished in a whirlwind of dust. The shrines were abandoned shortly thereafter, though Vernaccus did have a brief resurgence as the patron spirit of limitations and impotence were fading from memory altogether. The legend of Bourlor himself never became very well known either, but there are still some who tell the tale like myself, and we have the advantage of knowing that what great archer himself didn't know on his deathbed. His final arrow found its target after all. What a story. Potions of healing and regeneration. We'll take it. And some nice mushrooms. Let's have a look at this bow. Bow of the Hunt. It's pretty comparable to our bow, but animals take extra damage from it. I suppose we'll use that as our weapon then, with such a story as this. And we actually got some troll fat, which is one of the things we needed. The other bit we need is a Daedra heart. Wasn't expecting to run into that, but all the better. Hey there, girl. Things actually worked out for us. Don't suppose you know where there are any Daedra, huh? Probably not. We could go down this way, but we don't really want to keep going north right now. Looks like those hunters moved on. I don't see them around here anymore. Just as well. Oh, here they are again.
No sign of... Huh? Thought I heard something.
Oh, easy. Watch where you're shooting there. Busy, busy hunters.
I love a challenge.
You know, you're not supposed to shout at your prey. It does tend to scare it away. Then again, they seem to be killing a lot of animals, so maybe they're not nearly as incompetent as I would imagine they are. Well, there's that bear we put down earlier. And come to think of it, where we slew this dragon and where that necromancer came from. Down this little path, this might lead somewhere interesting. So we work our way back to town. Ah, sure enough. Boulder Fall Cave. Looks like there's actually a potion on the ground there. Potion of the Defender. Well, I gotta say, Brownie, our curiosity is getting the better of us. I think we're gonna go investigate. Barrels with some frost miriam. And snowberries. Ooh, don't touch those. Don't want to give ourselves away. And who would this be?
Is someone there?
Yep, right here actually. Hello. I don't suppose you're friendly. I mean, we are just kind of barging in, I have to admit, but still. Yeah, you're definitely not friendly. Damn, frost magics. Enough of that. Gotcha! Okay. And I had some mud crab root. A soul gem. Scroll. Robes of destruction. Oh, we don't need anything else. Nord mead. Got rid of another necromancer. Keeping bones and a... Oh, there's some cabbage. Shouldn't turn up our nose at cabbage, even if it does give us gas. Wow, you got quite a bit of meat here, actually. I don't think I'm going to be turning any of that down. Another necromancer taken care of. Ooh, lots of garlic. Potatoes. Frenzy poison. And more meat. And a book. And some bread. Oh, look at all this alcohol. We're gonna get sloshed later. What is this? Herbalist Guide to Skyrim. Well, we're not all that interested in reading that. Oh, I see a trap. Simple enough. Gold, potions, and a spell tome. Firebolt. More wine. Empty bottles. Yeah, slaughterfish. Biff. Can't say we really enjoy the taste of slaughterfish all that much. Well, just some necromancers here. We took care of them, Brownie. There certainly seem to be a lot of them in these lands. I guess it is remote enough that they think they might be safe engaging in their unholy practices. Yeah, we go this way then. Wasn't there some old fort over this way? We wanted to maybe clear out, considering it was pretty much right in our way in terms of heading back to Riften. Yeah, I think there was something over this way like that. Over there's Shore Stone, that little town. Yeah, here's the fort. Oh, more damn wolves. Well, we could use some simple souls. Let's get our soul mace out. Where'd it go? Damn thing. Hold still. Where is it? There it is. Got it. Whoops. Oh, we didn't mean to do that. We'll just push you out of the way here for a second. There we go. Alright, Brownie, that fort looks mighty dangerous. You should stay here and enjoy some flowers. I think I'm gonna head forward and see what's really going on over here. Fort Greenwall. Well, they got a very sad attempt at a palisade up. Oh, we're just no good at this. Oh, no, they don't see us. Yeah, they're bound to be bandits. Well, let's get our bow of the hunt ready. Yeah! Nice hit. Then again, maybe we should save these for animals. Yeah, it seems to be trying to use that magical effect. Oh, hi there. That's a bit of a surprise.
So I can stab you in the back.
I'm right here.
Close.
Gotcha. Oh, you think you're a mighty fine pair of archers, do you?